Hey, Michael here from Beer Baseball Blog, the adventures of craft beer and baseball. This is the Beer Baseball Blogcast, episode 38 for January 19th, 2021. Wherever you are watching us live today, please give us a like and a comment. Let us know that you're out there. And as always, we'd appreciate if you subscribe and turn on those notifications. So we want to give a shout out to our Patreon supporter, Jason Schaefer. Thank you so much for being the cleanup hitter. And to our big Patreon supporter, Cowboy Jack, who as a power hitter has been invited to January 23. What? So Saturday, January 23rd, Cowboy Jack Durango is going to be part of the Beer Baseball Happy Hour. That's right. He's coming in. He's going to be on. We're going to have a really fun time with him. Now, Jack admittedly is not a baseball fan. So we are actually going to be doing some trivia. We're going to be trying to educate him up a little bit on baseball, the basics, kind of what we think about. He loves craft beer. He loves the Beer Baseball blog and everything we do. So we're going to have him on this weekend. That's at 1 p.m. Pacific. So check us out this weekend. And if you would like an opportunity to potentially be invited onto our show, go over and become a Patreon supporter under the power hitter, and we'll make that consideration. And if you just want to support our show and what we're doing, go to our Patreon page. We also have an eBay page, so check this out. We also have an Etsy page, so check that out. But I don't want to have him sit there for too long because he missed last week. It is Angelo Trinidad. Welcome back, Angelo. We really appreciate having you back, and hope you're feeling better.
Hey, I'm glad to be back. Happy to be here. And although I was not here physically last week on the show, I was there in spirit, and I watched along with everyone else too. So thanks to a big shout out to Top Gun Talwar for doing a stand-up job filling in. And I was watching the show and I was thinking to myself, man, what do you need me for?
Oh, no. We always need you, Angelo. Always need you. But John is awesome and coming in and coming off the bench and he had a great game. So but you're always part of the big three here, Angelo, always.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. And so you're not actually having a beer this show. So I was going to ask you, what are you drinking? It might be something different. What are you drinking?
So I'm drinking water out of my hydro flask. This is my third of the day. So there's 32 ounces each. So this is after I'm done with this one, this will be 96 fluid ounces of water today.
Wow.
So definitely helping me recover and so I'm drinking water tonight.
That's okay. And, actually, I've been getting a lot of water too recently, and I forget, I actually grew up in Arizona. So one of the great things about Arizona is you forget to hydrate. And what I do is whenever I would drink, I could probably drink one of those in one gulp. Like I always say it's the Arizonan in me. But I forget to actually hydrate during the day, and I've noticed even right now I could probably go for some water, but instead I have my own beer, so so I might hydrate with that instead. But we'll get you back next week. Kevin Lyon is not here yet. He's actually running a little bit late, but he'll be jumping on anytime soon. So let me tell you what I'm drinking tonight. Alan Jepson actually gave us. Actually, I shouldn't say that he gave us. He mind melded over a package across the border, and he gave me this really great beer. It's from Vancouver, British Columbia. It is the Ohms. It's actually OHMS, which is no longer in. I don't think they're making it anymore. This is the Ohms IPA. So let me put it up here, and it's not listed as a New England IPA, but it is totally a New England IPA. It's very juicy. It actually has Galaxy, Vic Secret, and Citra Cryo hops. It's smooth, creamy, hoppy, piney, and a little bit bitter. Yeah, it's, oh my gosh, this is like I want to say it's like orange juice almost, like a kind of an orange juice kind of.
It looks a little bit based on the color and the texture, like.
Yes, totally. Like it's really murky and it's really good. I don't think you could get this in the United States, so we actually had to have a secret package that that no one knows about except for you and I and whoever's watching. But yeah, thank you for sending that. It was really, really amazing. Kevin is going to actually have his beer, so I'll keep that behind right now. But let me go to the comments. Let me see who's out there. Daily Sports Talk, how you doing? Bubble Pug, wow. I mean, like, you watch everything between Hall of Fame baseball cards and us. We so appreciate you coming in every week. David, thank you for joining. Also, another guy who comes in every week. Herman joining us from Europe as well. So so we have Canada, we have Europe. Yeah, so thank you so much. And of course, Cowboy Jack Durango is in there. Cowboy, are you looking forward to this weekend and getting some baseball knowledge from all of us? Herman says he drank a proper job. Let's see. I drank a bottle of Proper Job earlier today. I'm not familiar with that. Are you familiar with that, Angelo? Proper Job. Yeah, tell us more about that. That sounds pretty interesting. So I'm just going to jump into this day in baseball history, and then we can come back, and when Kevin jumps in, we can talk about his beer. So let's do it. So this is this day in baseball history for January 19th. Now, obviously, no season yet. Spring training is, a couple, about a month away now at this point. But we have baseball history, and this one is very unique, to say the least, but also maybe a little bit grotesque. And it's pretty weird. January 19th. So let's get into it. So January 19th, 1900. Boston Bean Eater, that's right, they were called the Bean Eaters. Boston Bean Eater catcher Marty Bergen, reportedly depressed by his son's death in 1898, allegedly kills his family with an axe and commits suicide in Brookfield, Massachusetts. Billy Hamilton, not the Billy Hamilton that played on the Reds a couple of years ago, is the only Boston player to attend the 28-year-old's backstop's funeral. So, yeah, a weird way to start out on this one. When I saw this, I'm just like, oh my God, do I include this? That's kind of not the greatest way to start out. You'll never guess that our last one of our last stories is actually very similar to this. It's not as bad as this, but it's very similar. So on January 19th, 1932, Commissioner Kennesaw Mountain Landis denies Shoeless Joe Jackson's appeal for reinstatement. The White Sox outfielder, banned for life for his alleged involvement in fixing the 1919 World Series, known as the Black Sox scandal, will continue to proclaim his innocence for the remainder of his life. Wow. Now, Angelo, did you ever watch 8 Men Out, that movie?
No, I have not.
From what I remember at the time when that came out, I think I want to say it was like 1989 or 90. I think John Cusack's in it, if I'm not mistaken. I remember liking that movie a lot, and but I remember it being kind of panned at the time. I actually want to go back and actually watch it and see it again. There was a lot of there's a lot about like Shoeless Joe Jackson that I actually want to know more about, just because of the legend of him. But I love the Kennesaw Mountain Landis. He just seems like more of like kind of Darth Vader when it comes to all this stuff. Man, he's involved in a whole bunch of stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
So January 19th, 1937, Cy Young, Tris Speaker, and Nap Lajoie. Now I always think that it's LaJoie, but it's actually Lajoie, and I actually looked it up. Are named on 75% of the 201 baseball writers' ballots, and will join last year's inaugural season of Babe Ruth, Honus Wagner, Ty Cobb, and Christy Mathewson and Walter Johnson as inductees in the new Hall of Fame, scheduled to be opened in 2 years. So they're still putting the Hall of Fame together, and that was pretty awesome that they actually put together a committee to actually put in more players. But yeah, wasn't in the first class. Cy Young and Tris Speaker and Nat Lajoie.
And that's a heck of a 2-class induction, though.
Yes, to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish there was more. Doing the show, I think that it also has kind of piqued my interest in kind of looking back on some of those games and watching them and seeing all these players that were. That we kind of take for granted. They're just names to us. We never got to see them or kind of know more about them. So actually, I'm gonna stop this right here and add our boy Kevin Lyon. Look out!
Hey, he's here.
Look out!
So one thing I'll bring up is I believe John Cusack actually played Shoeless Joe in 8 Men Out, if I remember right.
Okay.
I didn't like in the movie, but I think I really appreciate it more now, and that's why I wanted to give a good rewatch too. Sorry, I'm just getting spelled in here.
Whoa.
Hello.
So,
Right.
so Kevin, tell us about that beer that you got there.
Well, I don't know. I haven't tried it yet, so let's see. By the way, I didn't get a chance to make this pun. You said yours was like a New England IPA.
Yeah.
So I guess the Canada equivalent, would that be Nova Scotia like IPA? Straight out of Halifax,
I like that. I like that.
A brewery, a box appeared on my doorstep one day, and I opened up, and there's Vancouver beer inside. Who would have thunk it,
Yeah.
I'm like, I got to keep that on the download, don't I? A brewery called Boombox. I love the logo. Now I get to see a good look at it with the hops as the speakers. That's great. And this one's called Rad Seeker. It's an IPA, and it is 7%. Interesting that it actually gets brewed at another brewery. It said here on the side here. It says get brewed at a place called Parallel 49, which actually my other Canadian beer, which I plan to have next week, I believe is from that brewery. So we'll get to see them next week as well. I think I'll use that one then. So let's see
it says that it's juicy, tropical, smooth, citrusy, and fruity.
But I like the ingredients. It lists the ingredients on the sign. So it says strong beer, Bière foot, ingredients: water, malt, oat flakes, hops, and yeast. You gotta love ingredients being listed.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's all it says. It doesn't say anything what you were talking about. Thank you for that info. This is nice.
Yeah, I think the reasons why they do that, a lot of breweries, that's what I love about breweries. They actually like chip in and help each other. So when they're doing like bigger batches, or they need extra, or just a collaboration or using hops, they kind of trade hops sometimes. So it doesn't surprise me that it's brewed somewhere else. They probably have a collaboration with them, and they do like collaboration beers and stuff like that. So that's super cool. Good. Yeah, and I love the packaging. I love the logo. And we have to give thumbs up to Canadian beer. It's really good.
Well, we're in Vancouver. Hopefully one day we can go to Toronto, go to Left Field Brewery. Angelo, when you get a chance to look at Left Field Brewery in Toronto, it looks awesome. It's pretty much a baseball themed brewery.
Yeah.
Awesome. It looks cool. Looks really cool.
All right, so let's get back into this day in baseball.
Cheers, everybody.
There you go. Yeah. Cheers. So January 19th, 1942, Eleanor Gehrig receives a telegram from Samuel Goldwyn's creative publicity chief, William Herbert, about the selection of Teresa Wright to portray her in The Pride of the Yankees, a movie about her and late husband Lou. Miss Wright will earn an Oscar nomination for Best Actress in the role in which she appears opposite of Gary Cooper, the Hollywood superstar chosen to play the legendary Yankees first baseman. Now, so I was doing my research on this one, and I found out that you can watch Pride of the Yankees for free on YouTube.
Oh, right on.
And if you go into, we have a playlist for today for January 19th. We have it in there, but if you look up Pride of the Yankees, it's free and you can actually watch it. So I have never watched the whole thing in one sitting.
I haven't seen that a good 30 years, because if you want those movies that be on like Channel 5 here locally, it'd be on those movies that's on in the middle of the night. And I'm like, oh, I want to see this. So I would just record it, on VHS back in the day.
Yeah, so you can watch it. It's really great quality too. So definitely check that out. Have you seen that, Angelo?
No, I have not. But, if it's free and accessible on YouTube, I don't see it enough.
Free is one of my favorite F words.
Yes.
All right. January 19th, 1963, after Eddie Stanky, the Cardinals director of player development, turns down the job, the Orioles promote Orioles first base coach Hank Bauer as the team's manager to replace the fired Billy Hitchcock, who posted an 86-76 record with the Orioles last season. The former A's skipper and Yankee all-star outfielder will guide the Orioles, thanks in part to an acquisition of future Hall of Famer Frank Robinson, to their first AL pennant and World Series championship in 1966. So nice pickup right there.
That's interesting. The 86 wins still wasn't enough to keep your job.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy, because nowadays, nowadays you don't think the playoffs with that many wins.
That's true. Yeah, you can squeak in, definitely. January 19th, 1983. Now 83, mind you. So definitely keep that date in mind. Ozzie Smith becomes the game's first $1 million shortstop when the infielder inks a 3-year pact with the world's champion Cardinals. The Wizard of Oz, best known for his outstanding defense, won his 3rd consecutive Gold Glove in the offseason. So, which makes me think, could the Padres have kept him and had that $1 million? I'm not sure they could have at the time. Yeah. So this was probably a good move for them, getting Templeton in that trade.
Oh yeah. It's interesting. I'm surprised you picked up that photo there, because that's from the 85 series. I'm surprised you picked that photo.
It is. I was trying to find some 83 pictures of him, and they were actually not as good as this one.
Yeah, it's a great photo. I'm just like, it's just a bitter World Series for you,
Yeah, it is what it is. And, there's a lot.
It could be an exhibition game. It might not be that World Series. It could be an exhibition game.
No, that's Steve Balboni. So, he don't play in exhibition games.
Oh, that's Steve Balboni. I couldn't tell. I was trying to figure out by the number. I'm like, I don't know who that is. But, yeah, it's Balboni.
So, Kevin, did you catch the first story that we talked about?
About the man with the axe. Yes.
Yeah. So, the killed his family with an axe. Very depressed.
Yeah.
Got a little Jackie Martin. I need a little Jackie Martin laugh right here. But I think you both are going to enjoy this very much. So here's part 1 of this.
Oh no.
So part 1 is January 19th, 2011. The Twins sign free agent Carl Pavano to a $16.5 million deal, keeping the right-hander in Minnesota for the next 2 years. The 35-year-old Pavano posted a 17-11 record last season that included a league-leading 7 complete games.
Wow.
Now,
I'm still just flummoxed over that contract.
Yeah.
Wow.
Especially considering this. He had a miserable 4 years in New York for the Yankees, where he had a 4-year, $40 million contract. He spent the majority of those 4 years on the DL, including suffering a bruised buttocks. That is a quote.
Oh, no.
Bruised buttocks during a 2006 spring training game. He was also in a car accident that he never told the Yankees about, and he had a pair of broken ribs.
Wow.
Okay.
God.
They nicknamed him American Idol, not IDOL, IDLE.
Wow.
Isn't that awesome?
That's fantastic.
And he was repeatedly injured and booed throughout his 4 years with the Yankees. So I wonder, I don't see Ed in the comments, but I was wondering about Pavano's time, what he thinks of him. But his record with
he doesn't want to talk about those days.
No, he definitely doesn't want to talk about it. But he was 4 years, $40 million. He went 9-8 with a 5 ERA with the Yankees.
Wow.
Can you imagine? Okay. So January 19th, he kind of redeems himself, gets this 2-year contract, right? And things are looking up for him. Here's part 2. Literally 2 years later, doctors perform life-saving surgery, removing his spleen lacerated 5 days ago when he slipped on the ice and fell onto a handle of a snow shovel, clearing snow at his Vermont home.
Oh my gosh.
The now 37-year-old Pavano, who had been amping up for his free agent negotiations with several teams after recently being released by the Twins, says he is determined to pitch again.
Wow.
Is that insane?
Wow. So he finished those 2 years and they let him go. So I don't think he did very well those 2 years.
Well, I mean, he was 37 and, as they say, on the wrong side of 30, but yeah.
And that's why I was surprised he was getting $8 million a year. Like, woo, But, oh my gosh, that's
crazy.
That's crazy.
Is that insane or what? Like, what a story.
Wow.
What a story.
And I'm guessing he never pitched again, right?
I don't remember him pitching again after this.
I mean, you have your spleen removed. It's like, ooh, good luck ever coming back from something like that. That's terrible.
Yeah, and that is crazy. So when I saw this, and it was even weirder because it was like 2 years to the day.
His last, it's funny too. His last MLB appearance was June of 2012. So he didn't even pitch the second half of that previous season.
Oh, wow.
So he played a year and a half for those 2 years. So I'm guessing he would have got hurt again.
Yeah. So that would make sense. That would make sense. Wow. Cowboy Jack Durango says, what a nerd.
Wow. All right, then.
Oh, going back to what Herman was talking about.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
There you go. Yeah. Love it. Love it. So also on this day, a favorite here at the Beer Baseball blog, January 19th, 2016, the Reds announced that Pete Rose will become the 86th member inducted into the team's Hall of Fame. The Cincinnati native banned from baseball for gambling on the sport will be additionally honored by having his number 14 uniform, which he wore from 63 to 78 and 84 to 86, retired, and will have a statue of him dedicated at Great American Ballpark. Now, all that being said, love Pete Rose. Yes, the gambling thing, get it, totally. But it made me think back to another guy that we talked about earlier, Shoeless Joe Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
So I said to myself, okay, here's Pete Rose, all-time hit king, who can't get into the Hall of Fame, right? Yet one of the teams puts him in their Hall of Fame, puts a statue of him outside, retires his uniform. This reminds me of, like, say, I don't know, like Wyoming saying like, oh yeah, we're not going to follow, United States rules. We're just going to do whatever we want.
Yeah.
So I thought like, I go, should the White Sox honor Shoeless Joe Jackson? And I found out that in 2015, the Shoeless Joe Jackson Museum formally petitioned Commissioner Rob Manfred for a reinstatement on the grounds that Jackson had more than served his sentence in the 95 years since the banishment by Kennesaw Mountain Landis, right? Rob Manfred denied the request after an official review. The results of this work demonstrate to me that it is not possible over 95 years since the events took place and were considered by Commissioner Landis to be certain enough of the truth to overrule Commissioner Landis' determinations. Can you imagine? Like here it is. There, like the Reds already did this. It would have been a really neat gesture if they would have been able to do this. Thoughts?
Yeah. I think the first time that the Pete Rose controversy came back was when they did the All-Century team.
Right.
And I think they did include him, and he actually did appear at the All-Star game.
Right.
That was the first time I remember him actually being able to even appear at a ballpark.
Yeah.
You know, and I was hoping that was going to just get some, you know, some conversation going. And I think we mentioned on the I mentioned on the Hoppy Hour a story. I saw something was they were going to allow you to do some kind of gambling at the Washington National Stadium. I don't know exactly what that involves, but I'm like, you're going to allow this at a ballpark, but yet you're not going to you're still going to keep this guy suspended forever? You know?
By the way, you bring up a really good point that you can go into any stadium and you can buy those tickets.
Oh,
remember, you get half the pot. That's the first people that come up to you are doing that.
Yeah, that's really
gambling.
Expanded. That's really gambling in Arizona. Now it's actually at Angel games, Dodger games. I don't know how many the ballparks do it, but you know, it's an easy fundraiser for the teams, you know, to make some extra free money. You know, it's just But yet, you know, I mean, is that gambling? Oh no, it's a contest. It's a sweepstakes. You know, just by buying a lottery ticket. You know, you buy your Powerball ticket.
Lottery ticket. Yeah,
it's still gambling.
Yeah, that's a great point. I never thought of it that way. But they had their opportunity, and I kind of vaguely remember this. But it kind of came around when I were talking about. I'm like, wow, that they might as well have, you know, put him in the Hall of Fame. But I mean, basically, the Reds did on their own. But like, I'm surprised that baseball didn't come back and say, no, he's banished from the game. We can't have this. You know, that. So why does that not count? So it's very interesting, the kind of double standard that they have.
Yeah.
All right, so that is it for this day in baseball. We're going to go to baseball card pack wars. So Angelo missed last week. So I took the caller last week, 0-4. So
that's right.
Yeah, so actually John went 1-3. Kevin, wow, pulling ahead. That's 625. Yeah, 5-3. Very nicely done. Hero of the baseball card pack wars. I'm not going to go through it, so just look at it. Just know that high card wins, and we drink when we get Brewers cards. So let's get to it. Kevin, since you're in first place, I'll let you go first.
All right. So you know what? We actually this another box appeared at my house not long after that beer from Vancouver. Another box from Vancouver appeared, and some cards were in there. So I figured we all got, like, I believe 6 of these, and this is Top Stadium Club Baseball 1992 Series 1. So let's see what Stadium Club looked like back in 1992. My goodness.
So high card wins, and there's 15
cards in here.
Nice.
And I mean, just look at even just the wrapping. It's like, oh my goodness. We got some gem of players here. I'm really excited to see what players are going to be in here. All right. We're starting off hot here with Eric Yelding.
Wow.
I want to see how many of these players Angelo has heard of. All right. We have Lenny Webster. I do like to look at these cards, but I'm waiting to see how many of these guys are any good whatsoever.
92.
This man came up in conversation. Hensley Bam Bam Mullins.
Wow. Oh my God.
How he came up, and I was like, hey, it's Bam Bam Mullins. Gosh, have you ever made these guys yet, Angelo?
No.
Okay, good. Let's keep going because we have Gerald Clark. That's a really cool card, though.
Gerald
but
Clark,
it's him sliding. You know what I mean? And on the back of it, if you look, there's I'm guessing that's his rookie card.
Wow, how cool! Here. Yeah, Stadium Club. I mean, even the new Stadium Club, or the one that they have a Stadium Club now. Yeah, and I guess the Stadium Club is like these really cool shots of like rounds.
These are too.
Yeah, really, that's right.
Cards. It's just they're probably just here we go. You'll probably remember this guy, Robbie Thompson, Giant baseman for a long time there. And there's his 86 rookie card on the back there.
Not to be confused with the other Bobby Thompson.
Yes.
Shot
we have here Billy Swift, and you'll really like this rookie card because look what it is. It's the 1985 Topps. He was on the 84 Olympic team.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't remember that. We have from the Boston Red Sox, John Dobson. Wow, this is a really stellar pack here. Let me tell you, all these all-stars here. And it keeps going with Jeff Schaefer. Jim Thatcher. My gosh, this is like the worst pack of cards I think I've opened in a long time. We have Mark Williamson. I can at least get a Brewer if I'm
for real.
not getting any decent players. Oh, here we go. Here's the winner. Dennis Oil Can Boyd.
There you go. Nice.
There we go. You know it's a bad pack if I'm celebrating that guy.
For real.
I love that there's now look at this Stadium Club bars. I think it explains these cards. You'll probably get one of these every pack.
Oh, okay.
It talks about the stats it contains on these cards.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. Finally, I got a winner. Oh, I got a couple winners here, but this guy right here, yeah.
Ooh,
Jim Abbott.
Jim Abbott. Nice.
That's a really nice card too. I like that card a lot. Here we go. I'm finishing strong here. Larry Walker on the Expo.
Cool. That's a great picture.
Actually, I'm going to say that one for last because that's a better one than this. Kip Gross.
My God.
But I love this one because it's David Cohn.
Oh, nice.
Batting.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's really cool. All right, that's it. Who's next?
All right. Go for it, Angelo.
Yeah, no kidding, Ed.
All right, 92 Stadium Club.
And this is
Also
series
love
one. I don't know how high these numbers are going to be.
The Kodak logo on the.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, listen to that pack opening.
I know. It's so wild.
Well, this is an old pack too, anyway. So,
All right, so I got a club membership insert.
oh, there you go. Let's join the club. Come on.
All right, so we're gonna kick things off here. A lot of these cards are not cooperating. All right, we got Cecil Espy,
Oh
Okay.
yeah, I remember him.
I can remember him too.
Ron Kurokovic, I think is how you would say it.
Ron who? I don't even know. Who that is.
Ron Karkovice.
Oh, Ron Korkovic. Yeah. I'm like, I remember him now.
So we got Joe Girardi.
I like
Oh, wow.
but he's that was weird. It looks like he's in the infield there.
Yeah, he's that's probably pre-game warm-ups.
Yeah. That's why I like these photos. These are actually really interesting photos that they're using too.
Scott Bales, Kevin Seitzer.
Yeah.
That's a
Right.
good one.
I'm saying not a great player, but I liked him.
We got Carney Lansford.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
That's a good one.
Former Angel, former Red Sox, I believe.
Yep.
John Cerruti. We have Dick Schofield.
Yeah. Sorry,
Nice.
guys. I forgot Dick Schofield.
And it's
And
just a
happy to
base,
see Dick Schofield in the pack.
it's just a base Dick, not an insert Dick. So
Oh,
we got Derek May,
Wow.
Sean Hillegas or Hiegas.
yeah, Sean
yeah.
Hilligan. I remember him being Sean
Yeah.
Hilligan. Yeah, Hilligas.
Oh, look at this. This is cool. We got a Tom Pagnazzi.
Oh, I know. He's was he with the Cardinals, right?
Yeah.
I actually Tom Pagnazzi was the brother-in-law of a guy I played high school with. So, and I actually shagged fly balls with him in Arizona.
I got scared when you said shagged. You shagged what?
Shag being
fly
being a baseball term.
Yes,
All right.
I know. I was like,
Ken Hill.
Oh wow, that looks like Lee Smith.
yeah,
We got Ivan Calderon,
yeah. Well, I was at Expo.
Yeah,
Jose De Leon,
yeah.
and rounding it out just for Kevin. And I was actually doing some research on 92 Stadium Club. This is one of the there's like 7 or 8 cards that are actually worth of some value,
Oh,
and
okay.
this is one of them. And it's
All right.
George Brett.
Oh,
Why-
right on.
Why is that worth something?
It's just the George Brett. There's 2 King Griffey Juniors, and I can't remember the other ones. They're worth about.
I was wondering why
20.
Brett, in particular, after being in the league that long, unless it's towards the end of his career, maybe that's one of his last cards.
Yeah,
It might be.
I
It might be
think
just a
it's-
rare card.
Yeah, I think it's based around the Stadium Club series because they
Yeah.
described it as it's a very low profile card where it really focuses on the picture.
Yeah.
So it's more so.
These
more
are all
so,
really pretty cards. It's just the players aren't so pretty.
Yeah, so I guess more so the look and the aesthetic than anything else.
Yeah, and they're probably like good condition too. So if they're in good condition, that's probably there's not a lot in good condition, so that kind of makes it more valuable too. All right, here we go.
Yeah, because this is the end. The 92 is like around the end of the original peak of like collecting this stuff too.
Like some of these people are like seeing old friends.
I know.
Oh wow, these things are all out of kind of order. Okay.
Yeah, I know. They're like kind of like they weren't all. You had to like flip half of them over. Yeah.
There's the club membership.
I didn't get to join the club. Oh man.
No, you're always excluded from the Cool Kids Club. So we're gonna start out here with Kevin Elster.
Yeah. Oh, and he is from my neck of the woods. He's from like the Garden Grove, Westminster, California area.
It says San Pedro.
Oh,
and he lives in Huntington Beach.
Yep. Huntington Beach. Well, I thought he went to school in Westminster, but I don't remember for sure.
These are kind of like stuck together too, which is also another kind of fallout of.
Well, it's a gloss too, probably.
Yeah, yeah. Some of them are stuck together. So let's give me a second here. I hope. Yeah, there they go.
Yeah, don't damage these.
Exactly. Luis Gonzalez.
All right, on.
So he's about what 9 years from being a World Series hero by that point.
Yeah.
Jeff King. I remember his name, but I don't know much about him.
I think he had a couple good years with the Pirates.
Steve Olin.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, coming from downstairs. He's on MLB Network. Al Leiter. He's now an announcer.
Yeah. Yep. What about his brother Mark though?
Mark. There's I never heard of Mark.
You remember Al's brother? Al had a brother, Mark Leiter.
No, I did not.
Well,
I knew his other brother, Butane. No, just kidding. Thank you, Angelo. Joe Orsulak. I remember.
Oh my goodness! No, I remember being an Oriole. I remember being a pirate back in the 80s.
Orlando Merced. I remember that name. Oh, you're gonna like this one, Kevin.
All right.
Possibly Angelo too. Chili Davis. Although he's a twin here.
Yeah, I love Chili.
Very common card. Dave Cochran. Don't know much about him. I forgot. Former Red Sox catcher, although he's playing with the Cardinals here.
Rich
Gedman.
Wow.
I forgot that he was even with the Cardinals. Brian Holman. And let's see, Mike Bordick.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I remember him. Yeah.
Rookie of the year.
Oh,
Eric Karros.
Oh, there you go.
Is that one of them that's worth money?
Second best card we've gotten in these 3 packs.
Yeah. Brian Harper.
Oh yeah, that Brian Harper.
And last but not least, Darren Jackson. Okay. So Kevin.
All right. Well, let's see here. John Dobson on the Red Sox. This gentleman right here, number 287.
Oh wow!
Ooh, that's gonna be tough to beat.
I got Larry Walker. That's about the only thing that compares to George Brett.
So Kevin Seitzer was 285.
Ooh! Oh man!
Close.
Well, I got lucky and had 2 of them right here. I have 295 and 296.
Oh, wow.
Both Brian's, yeah. Brian Holman and Brian Harper.
There you go.
All right. So finally
you're back.
Slide.
No, well, excuse me. Someone's 0-5 over there. All right. Can you come on?
Guess who's back?
Here.
What do you want to do next? You want to do?
Oh, we have Big League.
Big League Baseball. Here we go.
You're up.
All right. Yeah, we haven't had any Brewers yet, too. Out of 45 cards, no Brewers.
I know. Jeez. And there was less teams then, too. That's pre-Rockies and pre-Marlins.
Well, let's break that streak.
Yeah.
Hero right off the top.
All right. Good start. Starting hot.
Kevin Newman.
All right.
Newman. Jorge Soler. Polar Pete Alonso, Luis Arez, Defensive Wizards Javi Baez. The orange parallel is the big league best ERA leaders from the National League. Hyun-Jin Ryu, DeGrom, and Mike Soroka. Bryce Harper.
All right.
Hey, get your beers ready. Ryan Braun.
Wow. There we go. You're making up for lost time here.
Exactly. And Josh Bell.
All right. All right.
It's Angelo here.
Over there. So I'll go next. Oh, there's Angelo. All right. I'll go ahead and go in the meantime. You missed 2 Brewers, Angelo.
Yeah.
That's all right. I got my
all right, you can hear him
from my hydro flask.
That's all right. I love the halftime I opened this. I missed that little corner there. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what we got here. We have Trey Mancini, Gleyber Torres, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., 2019 American League's walks leaders, Alex Bregman, Mike Trout, and Carlos Santana. We have Francisco Lindor, Ryan McMahon. Orange parallel is Zach Greinke. Defensive wizard is Charlie, don't call me Principal Blackman.
Man, nice call.
Hunter Harvey and Jordan Montgomery.
Nice.
Glad you got the Brewers there.
All right. Big League Baseball 2020. Let's see what we got.
Between all 3 of us, I'm sure we have the full set of this.
I know. I don't know how we couldn't at this point. I feel like we have all the orange parallels at this eventually.
We can put together a base the orange parallel set.
We should.
Yeah, probably.
AL Rookie of the Year, Kyle Lewis, Michael Franco, CC Sabathia. We got David Peralta, Anthony Rendon. We have a Defensive Wizards insert, David Peralta.
Gosh, we all got Defensive Wizards there.
We got orange parallel, Ramon Laureano. JD Martinez. We got Big League Best American League doubles leaders, Rafael Devers, Xander Bogaerts, and Marcus Semien. And rounding it out with Mike Yastrzemski.
All right, right on.
Very
Yes.
cool.
All right, Michael.
Okay, so my high card is 290, Bryce Harper.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I didn't do very well on this one. My highest is my Big League Best walks leader is whopping 247.
Ooh. And Angelo.
CC is 288. So, Mike.
Oh,
Wow.
Michael. Mondragon.
Wow, coming in strong. Okay, so
What do you want to do for the grab bag?
this is going to be
Wild card.
wild card for today. I'm going to go. Let's go American League East.
American League East. All right.
American League East.
We have, I believe, 5 teams. That'd be well, and if you get an old pack, that could alter it too. I think we do have a couple old packs in there now. What'd you get?
I have 2020 Donruss, and there's 8 cards in the pack. So this is from Panini.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do this.
Let's do it.
So these don't have the logos on them, but they have the team.
I think we'll figure it out. Yeah. Don't worry. I'll tell you that they're all National League East. Like if I see Tampa Bay, I'll tell you NL East. Don't worry.
So Willie Calhoun, Texas Rangers.
Rangers.
No. Trey Turner, National League East.
Yep.
Mitch Garver, Minnesota. Are they East?
AL
Central. So Central, right?
Central.
So I guess Kirby Puckett wouldn't be in that either.
Wow, that's cool though.
Yeah.
I'm guessing is that an insert?
It's I guess it would be. Yeah, I didn't know that, but it's just a variation.
Yeah, I was figuring it was. Oh, that's cool.
El Mago, Javi Baez, Chicago Cubs.
Yep. Unfortunately for you, that's sexual.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how good I'm gonna do here. This one's a cool card. It's really cool, but I don't think it's numbered or anything. But really nice looking. Joey Gallo doesn't do me any good. Another Texas Ranger. This one's a kind of a chrome card. This is Lucas Giolito.
Wow. Nice. There's some nice cards in this pack, but you know not what you're looking for though. Did you go over? Did you go over?
I went over. Josh Rojas, Arizona.
Wow.
So all you need is one. So Angelo, you go first.
All right.
Let's see what we got.
That Donaldson Panini have not been winners. Uh-oh. Concussions.
Concessions. All right, so this is gonna be tough, and we need the affiliates, but it's a Topps Heritage minor league.
All right, I'll be ready. I'll be ready for you. In case you have
Ed
any
brings
questions.
up a good one. The Orange Parallel set prize for the backers.
There you go.
Not a bad thought.
All right, Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp, Sixto Sanchez.
All right, let me see. Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. That would be, of course, I can't just punch Marlins, so no.
Nope. All right. So I know this is the Springfield Cardinals.
No, obviously no.
Elihurius Montero. So definitely not AL East. We have Kyle Muller for the the Mississippi Braves. So not AL East. I got a scratch off card of Peyton Burdick. It doesn't say what team he's on.
Yeah, can you?
Lumber Kings. That's Marlins.
Marlins.
Is it?
Okay.
I'll double check.
So I got
Marlins. Yeah. Oh, too bad it was an NL East. All right,
so
next.
I got innings leaders: Tommy Parsons from the Springfield Cardinals,
Oh my gosh.
Nolan Kingham from the Florida Fire Frogs, and Domingo Robles from the Altoona Curve.
Florida Fire Frogs are the Braves. And what was the other one?
Altoona Curves. I think that's also the Braves.
I don't think so because it'll all be the same. That's the Pirates. I was going to say I had a feeling it'd be the Phillies or the Braves or Phillies or the Pirates. Altoon's in Pennsylvania. Wow, we got a hot category here.
So from the Bradenton Marauders, we have Mason Martin.
Was that who the Marauders?
Bradenton Marauders.
Oh, Bradenton. Okay. Bradenton. I'm guessing it's Pirates. Yeah, it's Pirates.
Wow, the game is so complex.
We got Tulsa Drillers.
That's Dodgers.
Is it? I thought it was okay.
Used to be
the Rangers, but obviously they changed that over the years.
Yeah.
All right, Dodgers.
And
I want to check again, Kevin.
We have the Durham Bulls, Brent Honeywell.
Oh, I think we got one.
That's Tampa Bay.
Rays.
All right.
We confirm it. You got one. That's the Rays.
Nicely done. Wow. All that for one.
My goodness. All right. Well, let's see here. It's a heavy bag. Let's see. And finally I get to open up one of my, I got this one. Gypsy Queen. All right.
Nice.
I got this one from Angelo. What's funny is I have 3 Allen and Ginters in there, and I haven't got any of them yet.
Oh, is that right?
In like 3 straight weeks eventually. So this is Gypsy Queen 2020, 6 cards. So let's see what happens here. All right, we are starting it off with Jose Barrios. So no go there. We have Will. I write the last name. I go, wait, I gotta make sure. Wilson Ramos, the Mets.
Mm-hmm.
We have Michel Baez from the Padres. Oop, be careful. I don't want to spill cards here. I have. Here we go. We got a tie. Michael Chavis from the Red Sox. Then I got Joey Votto. So unfortunately, not that. And I got this fortune teller insert of Dylan Cease, but that's a White Sox, so we got a tie.
Got a tie.
We have a tie. So let's do low card on Big League. Is that okay, Angelo?
Yep, let's do it.
That'll be our tiebreaker. Let me put these off to the side here. All right. Where's my box? Oh, there they are.
All right.
We get Big
Go
League.
for it, Angelo.
There we go. All right.
Low card for Big League 2020.
You never know.
So starting off with Jordan, Robbie Ray, Anthony Rendon. Home run leaders, AL, we have Jorge Soler, Mike Trout, and Alex Bregman. Jesus Lizard. Defensive Wizards, Didi Gregorius. Orange parallel of Alex Bregman. Here you go, Kev. Cole. We got Mookie Betts. And AL runs scored leaders. We have Mookie Betts, Rafael Devers, and Marcus Semien.
All right, so
Nice.
you find your low card, and I'll go through these quickly here. We got Roberto Perez, Hunter Dozier, American League innings pitched leaders. Wow, that's a deep one sat there.
Yeah.
Justin Verlander, Shane Bieber, and Garrett Cole. National League home run leaders. Let's see. That's Pete Alonso, Eugenio Suarez, and Cody Bellinger. Nick Senzel. I have the caricature of Whit Merrifield. Orange parallel is Trevor Story. We have Sonny Gray. National League ERA leaders. I think we saw this earlier. Hyun Ryu, DeGrom, and Soroka. And Shane Bieber.
All right.
So, Angelo, find me your low card while I double check these.
So my low was Cole Calhoun at 30.
All right. Well, I need to keep my whole back. The first card I had was a 17, Roberto Perez. I don't think anything lower than that anyway. But regardless, that was my lowest, 17.
All right.
take
I'm still winless.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Man,
Wow.
you need to take another week off to,
No, you need to get your Halo Haven buddies.
This is how you started last year, though.
I need to get on the Halo. I need to get on the pod. All Angels pod. Have me on. Give me some juju.
Exactly. They need. Well, actually, we should do it for the
Bubble
2020.
Pop, we need some Brewer vibes too. Bubble Pop, we need some Brewers vibes because look how much is in here. That tells me we need Brewers.
Still got some in there as well.
Cheers, guys.
All right, that was another great game. So let's get some baseball trivia to end it out here, and definitely put your answers in the chat as well. So, Angela, I don't know, you watched last week, correct?
Yes, I did.
So you saw that we had batting lineups, and you had to guess the year. Right. So we need you to guess the year of this. So this is Twins versus Angels. Playing shortstop is Texas Rangers manager, former, that took him to the World Series, Ron Washington. A lot of 87, 91 Twins on there. John Cotton Candelaria pitching for the Angels.
I like Brian Downing is leading off at DH.
At DH. You don't see that.
Like, whoa, that's weird.
Yeah.
Although I think I know. But I won't say anything yet.
Gosh.
Put in the card to the head.
Oh, that's what you're doing. I thought you were doing oh gosh, what was the Johnny the great Karnak. Karnak the Magnificent. Those cards been sitting on Funko Wagon Sports.
Karnak, yeah.
Gosh. What's throwing me off is Rod Carew.
Yeah.
I won't say anything yet, but
yeah. I'll go with. Let me go with 1983.
83. Kevin?
So I'll double down this. I think I'm going to know which game this is. Because
Ooh.
finished in 85. So I'm not going to say this is 1985. I'm going to say this is when he got his 3,000 hit.
Kevin Lyon nailed it. Wow.
Not only Rod Carew, but when I saw Dick Schofield, because Schofield, he came up earlier in the card. Schofield either started 84 or 85, and I know you've been picking historical games. And not seeing Reggie in the lineup, I'm like, it's probably 85 for Carew. So
I can't trip Kevin up for nothing.
Well, this is my wheelhouse here. Come on. I'm surprised I wasn't at this game, honestly. Because I had to 84, but I remember I didn't have that. I can't believe I wasn't at this game. That's a bummer.
Yeah, and it was a big deal because obviously Rod Carew used to play for the Minnesota Twins. So for him to do it against the team.
He retired after this year, and then Wally took over, and obviously great run to start with him in 86.
Yep. He became the 16th player in baseball to reach 3,000. The hit also tied him for 15th place with Roberto Clemente, who, so that was a very, very historical for a lot of reasons. All right, so that's part one. All Angels podcast nailed it. Bubble Pug, nice guess, by the way. And Herman, we needed one more number.
I don't know if I want Jack's answer if he had it.
Yeah. So let's go for one more here. All right. So this is the starting lineups for the Astros versus the Yankees. I'll give you a hint. This was in Yankee Stadium. I'm not going to say which one. But you have to guess from there. This is also a bit of a historical game as well.
2002.
2002 is Angelo's guess. I'm going to write that down.
See, I'm just thrown off. I'm trying to remember when the Astros joined the American League. Because this has to be right when they joined, by the names here, this has to be right when they jumped, unless if it's an exhibition game.
It's not an exhibition game. It's actually an interleague game.
It is? Okay. So, so that, wow. Okay, because I initially was thinking I'll just say 2000, because I know it's close, but I don't know if that's it or not.
Wait, Angelo, what makes you think it's 2002? You just guessing, or is that?
Yeah, I'm really basing it off. Well, at first I was trying to base things off of the Yankees lineup, but then I started looking at the Astros lineup, and I was trying to base it off of there. What's a couple things interesting about the Astros lineup, and I think it's 01 or 02, but I'm gonna go with 02. Is it's at the tail end of Biggio and Bagwell, but Jose Vizcaíno's in that lineup. Roy Oswalt is also the pitcher. So that was kind of like, and I'm also thinking like uniform wise, what it looks like too in my mind, or what I'm trying to picture. Mm-hmm. So that's why it kind of leads me to believe 02. It's 01 or 02, but I'm going to go with 02.
Okay. Yeah, good guess. And
it is interesting. I don't see Bernie Williams in that lineup either. You know, he must have had a day off or he was hurt or something.
What's the only thing that's really throwing me off is Robin Ventura in the lineup for the
Yankees. That like I said, because the Astros, I'm like, I didn't remember that lineup playing in the American League. That's all. Like, I'm glad at least he gave me that hint. So I'm like, you and I are pretty close. We'll watch it be in between both our guesses.
And there's two Angel at the bottom of the Yankees lineup, Juan Rivera and Jeff Weaver.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the he was right. 85. That was for the last one. But 98, 2004, 99, 03 from All Angels podcast. Killer Bees, yes, the Killer Bees are in that lineup. Yeah, Jeff Weaver definitely in that lineup. And the answer is, it is June 11th, 2003. Nice guess, Angelo.
Wow.
This was a combined no-hitter. Roy Oswalt started this game. In the second inning, he left after pitching 2 pitches. So Pete Monroe, which I've never heard of, Kirk Sarsalus, I think is his name, came in for an inning in the third. Brad Lidge pitched 2 innings, actually got the win. Octavio Dotel and Billy Wagner. Wagner.
Pitchers. Oh my gosh.
So originally held the record for most pitchers used in a combined no-hitter, which was tied on June 8th, 2012, when the Mariners no-hit the Dodgers. It was the first interleague no-hitter thrown by an away team. First no-hitter thrown by an NL team against an AL team. First no-hitter against the Yankees in 44 years, then a major league record. Octavio Dotel struck out 4 Yankees in the 8th inning. So we were talking to Cowboy Jack about this, how you can actually strike out 4 people in a batting. You could strike out 5 actually, with pass balls. And there was one more thing. It was the last no-hitter thrown at the original Yankee Stadium. Closed in 2008. So super cool. I thought that was a really cool one. Now, here's another thing that actually I have at the bottom. The Astros actually did this again. They actually had another combined no-hitter. It was in 2019. Aaron Sanchez, Will Harris, Joe Biagini, Chris Davinsky. They beat the Mariners 9-0. And the Astros actually have 13 no-hitters. And the Padres have 0.
Wow. Well, you gotta remember they had that. I don't know how many they had. I don't know how many Nolan got with them, but he might have got a couple with them. It's possible. Yep. I don't remember for sure on that because I think he got 3 at the Angels. At least 3 at the Angels.
Yeah, and I think Verlander threw one recently. So they I didn't realize they had this many no hitters, and then 2 combined no hitters. So pretty cool. So speaking of former Astro pitchers, we actually have somebody who died today, Don Sutton, who was better known for his years as a Dodger, as an Angel. I actually saw that he pitched. Actually, he was really prolific with the Milwaukee Brewers in 82 through 84. And actually, and then with the Angels, I mean, he kept the Brewers in the kind of the 82 series, and he pitched really great for them. For the Angels, they were down 0-2 to the Red Sox, and he came in and pitched. Great pitcher. He was pitched from 66 to 80 with the Dodgers. He was 4-time All-Star through the 70s. His number 20 is retired. He's in the Braves Hall of Fame. Actually, as a broadcaster.
Oh yeah, he was with TBS for a long time. Yep, that's where a whole other generation got to know Don Sutton.
Yep, and I remember it because I guess he started in '89, and with the proliferation of cable, he became a big voice. And so, are you familiar with Don Sutton, Angelo?
Yeah, it's when Kevin sent that to the group text earlier. I was like, Don Sutton. That's it's a shame, and I think right. Yeah, Kevin, another generation got to learn about Don and know Don as a broadcaster. That's kind of how I familiarized myself with Don Sutton. That was kind of right in that Superstation and time era. But an unfortunate loss, and yeah, like you said, he had such an impact on so many different teams. So
yeah, and Ed says most well known for that gorgeous he actually kept that going for a long time. And I'm gonna solo myself. I'm gonna put this on our Instagram. I went to Don Sutton Day at Dodger Stadium. I think John Talwar and I went, and we actually had really great seats to a Braves Dodgers game. But yeah, there's that fro that he's known for. Yeah,
It's pretty
so
amazing how that guy having that much of a record. Like we mentioned, how many, he was on a lot of teams after he originally had that Dodger run. He was like, I knew he was on the Brewers and the Angels, but he was on like 4 or 5 different teams in the 80s. It's like this guy had such a track record. How did that happen? You know?
Yeah,
And then he actually finished with the Dodgers.
and he got a ring with them. He wasn't in postseason, but he was
Right.
there for that. And that's really awesome.
And still, it took him like 4 or 5 years to get in the Hall of Fame, which I'm like, really?
And he had 324 wins, all-time wins.
And I look right here, 5th ballot got in the Hall of Fame.
5th ballot, right.
With 81%. So it's like he barely even got in there. It's like
324 wins, a 3.26 ERA, and 3,500, almost 3,600 strikeouts. Nah, not good enough, kid.
Now I'll get you next year. Don't worry about it.
Exactly. So that is the show we have for you this week. Remember that this Saturday at 1 p.m. Pacific, Patreon supporter Cowboy Jack Durango. We're going to give him a crash course on baseball. We're going to make it fun. Everybody's going to be able to participate. So definitely check us out on Saturday. We definitely appreciate everybody watching. If you like the content that you saw, think about going over and contributing to our Patreon page. We're doing fun things there. I'm sending out, actually sent a package out to Jason Schaefer. So be looking out for that. And Cowboy Jack is going to be on this weekend. We also have our eBay store, so check this out. And I'll be putting stuff up there all the time. A lot of autographs, autograph cards and stuff like that. Also, our Etsy store. Just look up Beer Baseball and help us out there. Like and subscribe, all that nonsense. Angelo, did you have anything that you wanted to plug? I know that you have the Big Teach 45, right, on Twitch.
Yeah, so you can follow when I'm not here. You can find me on the Twitch stream of Big Teach 45 playing Call of Duty Warzone. So I played last night for the first time in almost 2 weeks. So I had to work the rust off. So I'll be doing that this week. Follow, give it a like, give it a subscribe. Fun time, and glad to be back.
Thank you. We're glad to have you back, and looking forward to it. Kevin.
Well, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Locknloll. That's LOKNLOLL. And hey, I'm wearing this shirt. This is called Museum of Home Video. It's what Michael and I usually do after we're done doing this show. It's a show on their Twitch page, Museum of Home Video, at 7:30 on Tuesdays. They pretty much do a theme show of like all this old footage from like public access TV, whatever, from like 70s all the way to like the 2010s. And today they're going to be showing, my wheelhouse in the 80s. They'll be showing up some part of Hot Seat with Wally George. It's Wally George versus adult film star Angeline. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that in a little while at 7:30 Pacific. And as usual, support your local brewery and support your minor league baseball team, please.
That's it. Definitely. And in the words of Wally George, we are out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here, Kevin. Get out of here, Angelo. We'll see you next week. We'll see you next Tuesday. We'll see you this Saturday on the Beer Baseball Happy Hour. Take care, everyone. Good night.